Hello friends, my name is RagePanda1 and today we have fantastic news. Now some of you may have seen this on the Facebooks or the Discords, but where we once saw a bit of an adversary in GOAT games, we now see something that is shaped like a friend. I think that they've reached the status where they're shaped like a friend because they're actually listening to what we want them to do and they're proving that they care about what we want them to do. It's actually gotten to the point where they're even giving us their whole monthly schedule. Now, that's more than we even asked for. A lot of you know that I have been expecting the Daevala to be rerun a week or two after the Naga event, but instead, they've absolutely blown all of our expectations out of the water, and they're going to give us the companion summoning event that we've all been waiting for, where we can get all of the companion shards at once. Now, I don't know exactly how that's going to work. I don't know exactly the cost of that, but I do know that it's likely going to be worth it. We're going to have to see. Okay, don't just jump in there and start spending diamonds. Let's get some more information. But I have a feeling that it's going to be a great way to catch up for people who don't already have a lot of the companions. If you already have a lot of them, there's probably not going to be much for you there. But like me, I only have two or three, I think 3 extra companions. There's a whole lot of them that I need, and there's a whole lot of them that I'm at least halfway done with. So it's likely that I'm going to be spending some diamonds on that situation. Now, I don't expect that we're going to be able to use our current companion summon resources that we all have stacked up in the hundreds and thousands. Unfortunately, I just don't think that we're going to be able to use those. If we can, then there's going to be a whole lot of happy faces. And since it would kind of defeat the purpose of them rerunning for a lot of people, I don't think that that's going to be the way that she goes. What we do know about that event is that it starts on the 14th and then it's going to last for a week. It's going to have a festival battle pass for Valentine's Day, so that's pretty sweet, I guess. There's going to be holiday bonus loot and the whole total top-up situation, and I'm not sure if they have a daily spend, but I think they have a daily spend. It says /spend here, and I'm pretty sure that means either a daily or a total spend situation. So it looks like with the holiday bonus loot, where we advance through the battle pass, that we are going to have a chance to get the companion summoning stones for this specific event. That is speculation. So that's about that for the Valentine event. It looks like it's going to be exactly what we always wanted, even though it's probably going to be, you know, a lot of diamonds that we're all going to spend on it, but we'll see. Now, if it does cost the normal 2,000 for the 10 summoning shards, and if it's also only the new companion shards, then I think that it's totally worth it for the diamonds. But if it costs 2,000 and it has all of the base champions as well, I don't know, man. It's going to depend on what the drop rates are looking like, because otherwise, there's no way you're getting somebody from bare nothing having 0 companion shards all the way to finishing it if the pool contains everybody. But that's not all of the great news that we have for you. We have just so much more to go over in this video. Starting 2 days into the Valentine event, we also have the Galabar event, which is a new clan. This one is going to come, of course, with the Galabar raid event and Ascension Order and all of that fun stuff that you get with your new clans. And that's going to run up until the 22nd. And I happen to have a couple of pictures here for you of the companions and the champions. And let me tell you, these guys look awesome. I am super happy about these druid-looking people, especially because you can almost infer what their abilities might be just by looking at them. We can tell, since we have so many extra pictures here, that they have transformation. I'm assuming that's on the ultimate, could be on the active or even the passive. I'm assuming it's on the ultimate. I think that's a fair assessment. It is confirmed by GOAT Games that they do transform. That's not conjecture at this point. What I think it looks like here is that our female is going to do some whipping, just a little bit of whipping, and I do think that these are our demigod tanks. They have that Ignis look to them, and we know that demigod tanks were on the list, and I think that having some new tanks could be a fun time. And spoiler alert, right after this event, they have the Orost returning, which means there's an extra chance to get extra Ascension materials a little easier for this clan. Now, a lot of people are going to be mad that it's not the Daevala that are coming back. I would venture to say that after the companion summon event and the Galabar event, you're going to be fairly drained of resources, and you don't necessarily want the companion that everybody wants to get the most to come after everybody's drained of resources. So I think it's good that they didn't do the Daevala here, and if you agree with that, then I would love to hear about that in the comments below, because I'm afraid that there's going to be a little negativity. So the female looks like she's got some cool whipping stuff that she's going to do. The male looks like he's just a big old boy that's maybe going to put up some thorny barriers, maybe have some reflecting damage. He does look pretty spiky. I don't know. All of that is speculation. We'll see when they come out. But I think they look cool, and I think they're going to be great. I'm not even sure if they're going to be tanks. That might not be the case, but they just look like them. So after the Galabar ends, we're going straight into that Orost event. Galabar ends on the 22nd. And then Orost ends on the 1st. On March 2nd, we are officially getting our rerun of the Daevala. It is confirmed. Everything everybody's ever wanted is coming now. They are really, really taking care of us. They really listened to what we wanted, and I think they're doing it in a smart way. I've had a lot of talks with a Goat Games employee about how I think that the community would prefer for the release to happen with the Daevala, and I have made it very clear that I think that they want something of a gap week in between a major event and bringing the Daevala back so that you have a chance to get some of your stones back. Now, since this is also starting at the beginning of a month, we have the $10 monthly packs that give you 30 stones, and that's going to really give you an easier option to get 60 stones for 20 bucks, which I personally think is a good value. I was happy to do that for the Naga, and I may actually buy the extra 10 of them when March rolls over. Unfortunately, since I already bought it for the month of February, I can only get the 30 stones instead of buying one in February and one in March. But for those of you that haven't, it's a great chance to boost up your stones to get that Daevala clan going. So there's not much information on the battle pass that's running with this, but the Daevala are coming with a battle pass and a 7-day quest with some bonus loot, and that should be pretty sweet. And we like to have those. It doesn't seem to be for any specific holiday or anything, just because the Daevala are so special on their own. Now they know that people are going to largely be spending their stones on the Daevala event, and so the week after that you get the roulette event that also has the Daevala, and there is no special summons on the docket for that. So I think that that's again a smart choice, you know? They're giving you a little bit of a chance to figure out what you need to do and get your stuff back in order and have the freedom to spend your diamonds and stones getting the thing that everybody has been wanting. The Daevala event ends on the 8th, our bye week, I will call it, of just not having to worry, ends on the 15th, and then on the 16th we will have another new clan. Now that's exactly a month after the other one, which is the exact schedule that I have been asking them to do, is one a month instead of one every 3 weeks. I think it gives people a little more time to do all of the stuff on their free-to-play and actually get most of the stuff that they need. So they're taking the pressure off of your wallets just a little bit, and it is nice of them to do that because most gacha games would not do that. They obviously care about us and keeping the game in good order, and that's why they're spending a lot of their time right now working on bug fixes and getting server merges done. The first test of that is coming out in about a day from when I'm recording this video. Now, maybe people wanted more server merges to be happening, but they're taking, I think it's 19 of them and making it into 3 different server blocks, and that's really going to help those people on those test servers. So the Bloom's Uncounted clan, we do not really have any information on. If I had to guess, I would guess it's time for another mage, but we don't know that. We have no information on them whatsoever. Their event ends on the 22nd, and on the 29th, we have another bye week where we get a roulette for the previous clan. And if we're paying close attention here, we're going to have our limited companion summon event during that week as well. That means that this appears to be returning about once a month. Now, if they did that the last week of the month, every month, I would be super happy. I think they'd really be making the game go in a great direction if they were doing that, and they might do that. We don't know for sure, but we certainly do like what we see. So we have about a week until the limited companion summons come out. I think that people should be saving for it. I don't think you should be using your exquisite chalice items just yet. I don't think that we'll be able to use that. I would not expect to be able to use that, but just in case you can, you want to make sure that you have them. So I would not be spending them right now. In summation of all of the stuff that we just went over, which I know is quite a lot, I think that Goat Games is headed in an amazing direction. And I think that we have a really great community that's building up over on my Discord. We got the resource at RagePanda1.com for all of the newer players and even experienced players to use as a reference when they're trying to build traits and pick champions and see what builds they might want to use. We are almost done with all of the champion builds. I think that's going to be finished this week. So I'm very happy about what they're doing, and if you're very happy about the things that you heard in this video, then go ahead and show the video a little bit of that happiness with a like. There are a couple more things on this list that I didn't go over just because it's a lot of information to take in all at once. We will come to those things as we get closer to them on the schedule and we have a little more information. For now, I want to thank you for watching. I have been RagePanda1, and I will see you in the next one.